Welcome back to Mr. Gift's Tumblers. Today we're going to do icing drip on cups using epoxy thickener. So here's some of the supplies, just some Craftsman's paint, light pink and some white. You can do whatever color you'd like. I printed my decals on my Roland Versa Studio. It's a 20-inch printer that I use for my business. The front and the back. And then off of Amazon, I bought the clay sprinkles. So they do not color my epoxy. Once they go on, the color does not run. I'm going to seal the cup with the Polycrylic clear matte. I learned this from one of my Facebook groups. It really does help seal everything. And then putting in the epoxy is this epoxy thickener that I got on Amazon. It's only the third time using it, so if I don't get it right, I apologize. I already have my wine glass already painted. So now I'm going to put the polyurethane on it just to seal that paint. It just needs a real thin coat, and it is messy, so be careful. See how it's dripping real easy. I did get it on the table, so be careful. You don't need a lot. I use these solo cups so I don't get the paint inside my cup when I painted them the brown color. So I'm just trying to use that cup still so I don't have to transfer it, and so I don't get this inside. As you see, it's a little messy. So I'm going to do this for both of my cups that I have prepped. So now I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of the pink into the cup. If you notice, I already do have the decals on the cup. It's really hard to record everything in your hands, so I went ahead and did it and then also sealed it. So just a little bit of the pink and then a little bit of epoxy, just trying to get my color I want. Try to always leave some epoxy left over just in case you need to add more. Just a real good, very pretty color. I do like that pink. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the thickener. Like I said, I'm new to this, so I would start off a little bit. I actually put 3 little scoops in, which ended up being too much. It didn't run like I wanted it to, but we're gonna go with this method where you don't want it to run, since I recorded it. So as you can see, it's pretty thick. You want to dissolve all that thickener, so rubbing it against the side of the cup to try to get it all in the epoxy. And I just need to add more epoxy because I added too much thickener to my epoxy. So take your time and really get it mixed into the epoxy. Really get it smoothed out. You don't want any bumps. As you see it on the side of the cup, it's not running down, so I did add too much. And the test right here, it's really not moving. So, but that's okay. We're gonna just make the drips ourselves since I put too much in. We just roll with whatever happens. Epoxy's not cheap. We don't want to redo it. So this is really hard to record. Stick with me on this one. I'm trying to do this over the camera, but you want to get it on the cup. Start off at the top and try to get it all the way around. It just wasn't going well in my hands, so I'm trying to just put it down and do it. And if your epoxy and thickener is this thick, you can just put it on your turner since it's just not going to move. But I didn't have my turner set up for the camera, so I'm trying to do it by hand. So if this happens and you did put too much thickener in it, just put it on your turner and put it on so it's turning while and you can have both hands free. Just my recommendation. You can do whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to continue to get it all the way around the cup and then make my drips manually since I put too much in it. And I hit the camera. See, told you it was hard to record. If you notice, I had the cup totally upside down. It did not drip out. That's how much thickener I put in this epoxy. But it's still usable. You see how it's still going on. It actually does look like frosting. So. So once you get your top layer on, you're going to start to try to do your drips manually. Make it come down wherever you feel it needs to come down.
Whispers behind my back, talk it up, trash my name. I don't feel ashamed. My lust is easily misread. Once I get older, I'll have all these skeletons in my bed. Race the speed, lose track of time. I wanna stay naive. Both summer and winter time. Out there, I throw myself out there, but not a care in the world.
So now it's time to put the sprinkles on. I'm gonna put just paper underneath so I can catch any of the sprinkles that fall, so I can establish them, because we pay for every little thing that goes on these cups. It's up to you how much or how little you put on. You're the creator. Just go with it. That really did change the look of the cup. It does look more like a donut. Just make sure you have all the little sprinkles in the epoxy. I didn't like that one that was too long. Like I said, you're the creator. It's what your eye likes. So now I have it on my turner. Like I said, I would recommend that you already had it on your turner because it was so thick and it wasn't going to run. But we manually did it and it looks good.